So you don't see a Will Howard or a Jaxson Dart having the type of career, because this is a flatter draft class, especially with quarterbacks.
Yep.
You don't see either one of them maybe landing with the right organization and having the type of career that could get them into Hall of Fame position.
As it stands, I think there's a little to no shot for Will Howard to see a starting role in his career.
Wow.
He would have to land in a perfect spot, and the starter would have to get hurt.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I think Will Howard's a cool quarterback. I think there is a couple other guys that could have taken them that far as well.
Okay. And from the Lane train, Jaxson Dart, you see similar things with his outcome, or do you think somebody makes that gamble of, hey, this guy was an SEC starter for 2 years. Let's give him a run now that QB1's out. Spencer Rattler had some starts last year for the Saints because Derek Carr went down. Do you see Jaxson Dart getting any opportunities in the next level?
I think Dart has a much higher chance than both Will Howard and Rattler. I think right now they're talking about 21 for the Steelers, pick 21. But I also see teams that are at the beginning of that second round, like the Browns, the Giants, the Raiders. If they don't end up getting, a Shedeur early on, I do think they can move up into the first, get him, or maybe let him fall. But they'd have to be a perfect fit for him to have a chance at being a Hall of Famer. He'd have to be perfect.
I reached out to a buddy of mine that is an NFL guy, and he studies these drafts, and we call him Peepaw, and he actually believes that Will Howard could be the next Tom Brady. He said, he's got the size, he's got the arm strength, and he was quicker to release, kind of like what kept Brady. What made Brady so good for so long was he didn't keep the ball very long. He got rid of it quickly. He made a decision, and he did it, right, and that kept him healthy, and he did it better than anyone could ever do it, in my opinion, as far as an NFL quarterback, and he's got the rings to prove that. But he said there's rumors going around that Will Howard is kind of doing that Brady thing, like, I'm going to punish every team that picks a quarterback other than me that's before him. So the team that picks a Cam Ward, the team that picks a Shedeur, whoever, Jaxson Dart or whatever, he said, I'm going to punish him. And that's kind of like the mindset that Brady had. I don't know if that to be true. I know I saw Will Howard play last year at Ohio State. And I watched him play through the playoffs. He was the difference maker in winning that national championship. So he could be a stud in the NFL.
Did Tom Brady come in with that chip on his shoulder in the draft? I mean, have you seen pictures of him at the – he's the most pathetic-looking specimen going into the combine that year. He gets picked up, the sixth round, 199th overall pick is Tom Brady. I've seen the photos where he's standing. Look, here I am. If I'm that guy, I'm coming into the league with the most thankful heart on the planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll help with the team newsletter. I'll pick up towels, whatever I got to do to stay on the team, I'll do it, shy of compromising my morals, right? But I'm not the guy at 199th that comes in saying, I'm going to prove you all wrong.
I'm just taking the advice of Peepaw. I mean, when Tom Brady came in the league, I was 3 years old.
Peepaw is not to be trusted for many things. I will remind you that he does not like any cooked egg dish, but loves French toast.
Yes.
The math ain't mathin'.
That ain't mathin'. That's right.
That's not math.
But we have to remember what happened. What had to happen for Brady to get a shot? Who was there for the Patriots above him? We had Drew Bledsoe, and he had to go down.
Yep.
And so that's why I say, does Will Howard have a sub-zero chance of making it? No, but things are going to have to happen for him to get into there.
Who had to go down? But my point is, right, the Tom Brady that came into the league, who had to go down for him to get the number 2 job? That's what I want to know.
I think he may have not came in initially as
QB2?
QB2. I think maybe a year went by and he went up to QB2 and then Bledsoe got hurt. And I'm not exactly sure. But my point is things had to happen for Brady to become Brady. And
sure.
No doubt I think most of his development was long after he was drafted.
That's my point. I know that he played with that edge that Dog you're talking about. Jordan played with that edge. Guys like that look for a reason to make you their enemy because they're going to go out there and they're not just going to compete to win. They're going to go out there to dominate you. I don't look at Tom Brady, former Michigan quarterback, hoping for a place to land in the NFL as that guy. This dude looks like, please don't kill me. That's what this dude looks like. So for Will Howard, and I've seen the interviews where Will Howard is taking that position of, if you don't pick me, I'm going to make you regret it. I've heard the quotes. I've seen the interviews. To me, you're a better prospect if your attitude is, I'm going to get in the league and I'm going to work my tail off to be the best quarterback that I can be. And if you regret it, cool. I'm going to play to make you regret it. I guess it's a different approach, coming at it from a work ethic versus coming at it from making you feel like a moron.
Yeah, and if we were drafting based on intangibles, Will Howard's going to be there. But we're drafting on what they did on the field, and no doubt Will Howard did a lot. But look at what he had around him. He had 2 running backs that will go day 2 in the NFL, which for the RB position is huge. If you're a round 2 or round 3 guy, you're likely, a starter, or if not going to be the starter next year.
I mean, he did have one of the most expensive teams in college football.
Right. And then you have a first round tackle. You have Josh Simmons. You have the future overall 1 pick potentially with Jeremiah Smith. And then you also have another late first or early first receiver with Ibuka. So you have a stacked roster around that guy. And that's why I say no doubt Will Howard made some great plays down the stretch. But I mean, look what Stetson had those 2 years. We had some crazy talent, but we're not calling Stetson, top 3 quarterback in that class.
Oh, Stetson's going to the Hall of Fame.
In the NFL?
For rehab attendance.
Oh, easy. We don't know.
That he's back? We don't know that he's back.
No. I did see one of these drafts, man, where it said that somebody, the Rams are projected, hang on a second, there's projected to take a quarterback.
Because you don't know whether or not Stetson's going to be there. He might have, things to do. It could be that he's got to go to one of his grandkids' birthday parties. You never know with Stetson.
Yeah.
I can't play this weekend, guys. My granddaughter's turning 15.
Man.
Bo Nix and him were the same age coming out of college.
It is just very, very sad.
Well, Bo Nix is awesome.